This program is made possible by Hay House, an international publisher helping people transform their lives through books, audios, and gifts that inform, enlighten, and inspire. On the web at www.hayhouse.com.
And please stay with us because we have something very special waiting for you. We're going to be sharing with you, well, I'll let you tell about what it is.
We're going to be sharing my daughter Sky, who is going to be singing with the choir at the First Parish back there in Concord, Massachusetts, Amazing Grace. She sang it on my first two shows when she was 16. Well, now she's 20. Those things happen. I don't know how she got. She looks more beautiful and I look worse. But anyway, that's going to be coming up in just a few moments. So don't go away. And as I said before, I get very upset when people turn their TVs off.
That's right.
When she's singing. I knock on doors all throughout the community. The number's on your screen. We're asking you to make your contribution. It's been a marathon. We've had 2 shows. There's a spiritual solution to every problem, which just concluded, and before that, 10 secrets to success and inner peace. Don't worry about it if you miss part of it or all of it. You can call that number, and we'll give you audio tapes of it. We'll give you videotape of it. We'll give you a videotape of an entire tape seminar. It's 11 hours and a couple of hardcover books as well for $1 a day for public television. But before I get to the whole enchilada, let's talk about.
Well, we want to make reference to the in memoriam that was at the conclusion of the program and let people know about those 2 very special people who were actually in the audience.
Right. This show was taped just a few days before the September 11th, 2001 tragedy that changed the whole complexion of our country and our world. 2 of the people that were in the audience were Paige Farley and Ruth McCourt, very dear friends of mine. She was my daughter's counselor. One of them flew on the American Airlines flight. One flew on the United Airlines flight. They were best friends. They had flown on the different planes because they had upgrade certificates. And the American flight flew into Tower 1, I believe, and the United flight flew into Tower 2. And both of them were killed on that day. I called their mother, Paige's mother, and said, would you like us to remove those images? If it was too painful for you, I'll do that. She said, no, Paige wanted to be there in that audience with you that day more than anything else. So we have made the show a memoriam to these 2 beautiful people, and Ruth and her daughter as well. And by the way, Ruth's brother was also in the World Trade Center when that happened, but he survived as well. So it was quite a day, yes.
Well, we'd like to move on to the business at hand right now, and that business is to welcome you as the newest member of public television of this station right now. And in order to do that, we'd like to show you some of the thank you gifts that are available, because we know that now we hope you've seen both of these programs. You know that you'd like a lasting memory so that you can enjoy and learn from this information and this material many more times into the future. And one of the ways to do that is with the hardcover edition of There's a Spiritual Solution to Every Problem, and that is one of the thank yous on our list right now at the $120 level of support. It's the hardcover edition. It's been a bestseller. It's a wonderful book that you will enjoy reading through, yes, once, but also having on hand to use as a reference or a resource, passing along to someone else who's perhaps not watching this program along with you right now, but who would benefit from the material. We also have the audio and video versions of this show that you've just seen. The video at $100, and that does include bonus material that did not make it into the broadcast version, and the audio cassette at the $60 level. And those are also great ways to be able to watch or listen to this material as many times as you need to be able to incorporate some of these ideas into your own life and get yourself on the right path, which is what this is all about. We hope that you're also on the path to membership right now, and you take your one critical step closer and forward on that path by calling the number on the bottom of your screen and saying yes to this station in a way that's different from tuning it in, from watching it, from even telling other people that you love the programs on this station. You take an active role when you put your energy forward in a positive way to become a member of this station so we can put your dollars to work for more programs. It's just that simple and just that important. Please call us now. Wayne?
All right, we're going to be going to see my daughter sing in just a couple of moments. It's a very special moment. It's a very special moment for me, and I think it will be for you as well. But we've been talking for a good part of both of these shows about something called the whole enchilada, the big enchilada. Some of you may have just tuned in. Some of you may have been on the fence, thinking about, I don't know if I can do this or not do it. I've always said you never regret what you do. You only regret what you don't do. I learned that at my 30th high school reunion when I was dancing with Janice Nelson, the girl that I wanted to go out with when I was 17 years old, more than anybody I'd ever met in my life. And I was dancing away. Now I was 47 years old, and she was also that age. And I said, you know, I always wanted to ask you out, but I never had the nerve. I was afraid you wouldn't go out. She said, I would have loved to have gone out with you. And I went, You know, you only regret what you don't do. If I would have only asked. Well, I think the same thing is true here. You have an opportunity here to receive an entire multimedia library. The cost is $1 a day for public television, and that cost will be absorbed soon, and it will come back to you tenfold. It always seems to do that in my life. I've noticed that when I make contributions and help out. So we're going to send you a multimedia library that's worth more than the $365. In fact, it's worth in the neighborhood of close to $1,000, $900 and some dollars. People paid almost $400 to attend a live seminar up at the at Omega Institute in upstate New York. We taped every bit of it. We have it on CD, or you can get it on audio tape, whichever one you want. It's 11 hours. You see it there on your screen, the large green package. Every single moment was taped, and we're making that available to you. And then, in addition to that, we have 2 hardcover books. We have this book, which is called 10 Secrets for Success and Inner Peace. This is the book that was the companion book to the first show that aired prior to this. It's a very important and powerful book. It's based upon the 10, I think, most important and significant ideas that any person can learn to have a life of inner peace, a life of success, and to have a deeper and a richer experience of life. It's ideas like don't die with your music still in you, and have a mind that's open to everything and attached to nothing. And I talk about why these are important and how to go about doing that. 10 Secrets for Success and Inner Peace, a hardcover 165-page book, plus a book that's almost 300 pages. There's a spiritual solution to every problem based upon the prayer of St. Francis and how to apply higher energy to the presence of these low-energy thoughts like hatred, anger, stress, depression, and remove those things from your life instantaneously by converting them into higher and faster energy. Both of these, that prayer I call a 800-year-old technology, and it's something that I think you can work at and use and apply every day of your life. I recite it 2 or 3 times every day. One of the things I say to people is, when you're having a problem, think about God. Think about something spiritual, and it teaches you how to do that. Both of these hardcover books, in addition to into that, we have the video component. We have a videotape of the program that I aired prior to this, 10 Secrets for Success and Inner Peace. We have a video of the program that just completed, along with additional bonus material. Both of these videos are part of this whole enchilada. And then finally, the audio portion. We have an audio tape with that additional bonus material of both of these shows that have been airing here today. All of these, the tape seminar that people paid almost $400 to attend in CD or audio format, both hardcover books, both video books, both of the tapes, all for $1 a day. Now, $1 a day is a bagel a day. It's a cup of coffee a day. It's a soda a day. It's a few cigarettes a day. It's something that you might want to give up and instead bring something higher, bring something more giving and more loving to your life. But by calling that number on your screen, you're doing just that. We'll send this beautiful package of a multimedia library out to you. I guarantee you that it will transform your life. I get letters from people all over the country all the time, and everywhere I go, people say, thanks for the enchilada. Thanks for sending that. I really appreciate that. Do that. Call that number on your screen, and we're going to go back and see my daughter singing in just a moment or two. Cynthia?
We are going to see that in just a couple of minutes now, Wayne, but while we have the time to share these thank you gifts and the membership message with you, we want to ask you a question. When was the last time you watched something on television that made you think or feel as much as you've thought and felt while you've been watching these programs? Well, first of all, I hope the last time you felt that way was when you were watching something on public television, and that wouldn't surprise me at all. There's so much out there on TV that just sort of washes past us, that we pay half of our attention to, or less than half of our attention to. It doesn't do anything for our lives. It doesn't change our lives, doesn't improve our status, doesn't help anyone around us. This is different television. That's our job, is to explain the difference to you and to encourage you to support the one place on the television dial that respects how you feel, that asks you to play a key role in what we do, and that does present the kind of information, the kind of lectures, the kind of wonderful stimulating thought and provoking kinds of topics that we do in programs like these that can help to change and improve your life. Won't that be worth to you a membership investment in this station? We hope that the answer is a resounding yes, and you're on your way to the telephone right now to make that all-important membership pledge. You will feel just terrific about it, and the next time you watch something on this station, you'll have the great feeling of knowing that you're a member. Now let's take a look at this wonderful clip from First Parish in Concord. Wayne's going to introduce it for us on tape. Let's take a look right now at Sky Dyer.
You've just heard me refer to my little baby, Sky. Well, she's going to be here singing a song that I always close my talks with. It's a song that was written by a man named John Newton back in the 18th century. It really is a symbol, a metaphor, if you will, for all that I've spoken about here. He called what I've been calling a higher and a faster energy, he called it grace, saying, I once was lost, and now I'm found. And it was grace, he said, that taught my heart to feel. It was grace that brought me home. This was a man who had gone from being a slave trader to an abolitionist in one moment. And the song represents to me the greatest spiritual message we can have. Bring grace to the presence of the times in our lives when we're lost, and we'll nullify and dissolve it. It'll be sung by the First Parish Choir. It is directed by Beth Norton, and my daughter, Sky Dyer, who has just turned 20 and is the light of my life, singing Amazing Grace. Come on, sweetheart.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see.
Oh, that was so wonderful. You are such a
Come
proud
on, let's hear it
father.
over there, all right? That's my daughter singing. I've heard it 1,000
I
times.
know,
and
but it's so beautiful.
Yes, it really is. She's now signing record contracts and is out singing all over the
Nice.
place. Yes, she goes with me when I speak and sings and gets. I'm known as Sky Dyer's father now. Aren't you Sky Dyer's father? I said, wait, I thought I was the celebrity here. Anyway, yes, of course, I'm very proud. And she, you know, we oftentimes get more phone calls for pledges after that segment because
Not
it's
surprising.
such a beautiful. So you see a number right there on your screen. That number is not there just because we're advertising phone numbers. It's there to have you call.